I'm Stephen Koski. I'm the lead pastor here at First Presbyterian. One of the things I really want to resist is any kind of language of being closed or any kind of language of reopening, because, we never closed. That the building may be closed for safety purposes because our primary purpose is to love our neighbor, and the best way to love our neighbor is to ensure their safety and well-being. So the building may be closed, but our hearts have continued to be wide open. So it really has been an issue of how can we creatively adapt to the challenges of this particular situation.
One of the things that's been so interesting to me as I talk to my colleagues in other faith communities, in progressive churches, is that all of us have been so interested in the dialogue about opening up religious institutions, because while we've been operating totally differently, none of us feel like we shut down. We all feel like we've adapted to new platforms and new ways of connecting.
We are going to continue an online presence through the summer. We believe a cautious and conservative approach is the best expression of love that we can do right now, is to keep people safe. But we will continue to assess that. I mean, there's nothing like gathering as a community, and we would love to do that as soon as possible. But we're not in a rush to do that just for the sake of doing that. And each and every week, we're finding more creative ways to stay connected.
Preparing for reopening, what we're finding is that in being conservative, we're unlocking creative opportunities, and quite frankly, the creative opportunities are kind of fun, and I think that they're going to change the way we are forever.
So science and religion are not enemies. They're friends. That, one, we believe these amazing, incredibly brilliant people who are working on our behalf to try to figure this thing out, and also try to come up with vaccines and ways to protect us. Those gifts were endowed by the Creator. So all of these amazing scientists living their sense of purpose in life, that's a divine purpose. And truly, the core of the religious life is to love our neighbor. The core of the religious life, our life is not confined to a building. Our presence is to be lived out in the world, and one of our primary purposes as a church is to make the world better, to alleviate the suffering of the world. That is the core purpose of the church, is to love in such a way that it alleviates the suffering of the world. That is the core purpose of the scientists right now, who are working their tails off to alleviate the suffering of the world. So I think we're hand in glove in relationship with one another, putting the well-being of people as our primary focus.